Hello friends, back for another video, and we're going to do another Christmas in July. Welcome to Divine Designs 24. My name is Tammy, and we're going to be doing some Christmas lights, some Christmas bulbs, and we're going to do a truck with a tree. And I'm going to be using chameleon powders and mica powders on these to color them, and then we'll put resin in them. So to start out with, I'm going to do the tree. I didn't have as dark a green as I wanted to, so we're going to try this. Hopefully this will be green enough. So we'll get some green on here. Oh, I think it's going to be fine. And we'll do up the tree. And we're going to do the truck in red and black. Actually, probably just red, because I think I'm going to use I'm using the mica powders and chameleon powders in these. I'm going to be backing this with black. Some black resin, so that'll make the colors really pop, hopefully. That's my plan. Okay. Hope you're all having a great day. I've had a great day. As I'm recording this, it's my and my husband's anniversary. So we went out for our anniversary today, and now I'm going to do a video. We have been married 49 years. That looks very pretty. We've been very blessed. We raised 2 children. We have 5 grandchildren and a great-grandson. Okay, so I got green in that one. Let's do a couple of green bulbs here. We'll do some bulbs here in different colors. These earrings I can make, or earrings, these bulbs I can make into earrings, or keychains, or hang them on my tree. Very versatile. You can use them for anything. I did get these molds all on Amazon. I will put the links to these in the show notes. So these, I think these are the same size. And then these are big. That one's bigger. I think these are the same size. They look like it. So I'm going to color the bulbs, or the bulbs all be colors, and then the tops of them, I've got some gold. Then I'm going to put the tops of the bulbs a gold color, where like the metal would be. The green's actually really pretty. That off. And then the truck and some bulbs I will do in some red. Before I pour the resin, I'll get all the loose powder all cleaned up out of these. Gotta have a red truck. Gotta have herself a country red truck. Yeah, I'll go and I'll clean it. There's a lot of loose mica powder in here, so I'll go in and clean that all up before I pour it, before I pour the resin. Okay, while I'm doing all this, I'll go ahead and fast forward this, and then I'll come back when I'm gonna do the resin. Okay, I am back, and I am going to finish up putting the gold on these. I have the truck all painted. I got these all done, but I thought I'd come back and finish these up and show you how I did the gold on these. And then I'll make up some resin, and we will get it poured and get these finished up. Okay, that's all there was to it. I got the colors in there and the gold. There's these, and there's these ones. I'm gonna make up some resin and we'll get these poured. I'll be right back. We're back. We're gonna get these poured, and then we will get these to set up overnight. It'll be just a couple minutes for you, but it's gonna be overnight for me. And we're gonna see how these turn out. I'm really excited about these. These are going to be so cool. Hope you can see these all good. I got black made up in here This is going to take the most. I'm not going to fill it all the way to the top. But this is going to take the most, but this is not going to take much for the other ones. I'm going to fill this with black. And we're going to see how this turns out. Oops. I always have to make a mess. There's that one. Now we're gonna put some black in here, but I don't think I'm gonna need this much. I'm gonna get a smaller container. Mix it in. Oh, let's see. Because I can always, if I have extra, I can always put some in something else, but I don't want to have all black. And so we'll see how this turns out, because I usually make jewelry or something out of what's left, but I have tons of black jewelry, so if I don't have to make black, I don't want to. Ooh, what a pretty black. It is nice and black. Mix that up good. We're gonna fill these up. I will fill these up all the way. I wanted these to be domed good. Because if I make jewelry or something out of them, I want them to be domed good. Make sure we get some black all up in there. I could always drill the hole out, but I want to make sure I get it all the way up in there. These are going to be so pretty. I'm sorry, I've got all kinds of stuff in here going, so you're going to hear all kinds of stuff. I got my machine going to take the VOC out of the air. I have the 3D printer going. So my studio is never quiet in here. I've always got something going. I want to make sure they're domed good. Oh my goodness. That was a mess. Now let's try to get that scraped off. I I don't want that much on there. See, I've been doing resin for over 3 years and I still make a mess. I can still be sloppy. Thank God for trimming tools. I can trim this all up and look just fine. Okay. Got a little heavy-handed on that one. And you know, when I do editing, I could have cut that out, but I'm not going to, because I want to show you that if you're a beginner, how to clean it up, and to let you know that those of us that have been doing it for years still can make messes. And what is doing a craft without making a mess? That's no fun. That's what we have soap and water for. That's what we have alcohol for, to clean this stuff up. Always clean it up. Okay, let's get this one. This one's going to take the most. Oh, I'm glad I didn't make any more than this, because I would have had too much. And these all look domed good. I'm just gonna go ahead and pour the rest of this right in here. And then I'll make something with the extras I have here. Not sure what I'll make, but I'll make something with them. With it, I'll make a character, or I might make a character. I might do that. Got a little bit left in here. I don't waste resin any more than I have to. If I can use it, it'll get used. And I have a little floaty there. Okay, I'm gonna make something with this. These are going to sit for the night. And I'll make something with that, and I'll show you what I do with that when what I make when we come back for demold. Get my gloves off here so I can shut my phone off. Okay, we'll be back for demold. See you in a few minutes. We are back for demold. Made a couple characters out of extras. These are going to be the earrings, keychains. These are going to be probably keychains. And this is the truck. So I got all my little embellishments out here. So let's do the truck first. I'm anxious to see how this turned out. Like I said it before, I got all of these on Amazon. I will put those in the show notes, the links to them. Oh, look at there. Now, it didn't turn out as red as I wanted, so I might have to go over that, but we'll see. I got some trimming to do. But look at there. Looks like an old, rusted truck, doesn't it? I'll probably go over this with some black and cover up that. I mean, you know, there's all kinds of things that you can do, but to fix them up. But this turned out really cute. I really like that. Let's set that down. Get that put off to the side, and we'll start doing These are gonna have to be trimmed up because I over poured these a lot. Let me get a piece of paper towel here for showing these to you. So there's that one. Isn't that pretty? Now that's with Chameleon Flakes. So that turned out really pretty. These are all going to have to be trimmed. They're still too soft to trim. You can tell which ones are the Chameleon Flakes and which ones are the regular mica powders. I think I like the Chameleon Flakes better. This is Chameleon Flakes. These are all regular mica powders. Did those turn out pretty? I like the Chameleon Flakes. That was a good experiment. So let's get these out. Yeah, these are all going to have to be trimmed up. No problem. I might have to drill some holes in them. Some of them didn't get up there all the way. But that's okay. It can be fixed. Yeah, these are still a little soft, so I'm gonna wait on that. But you can tell which two are the Chameleon Flakes and which ones are the regular ones. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? And I'll trim those up later. Now this one I did with regular. And that was the Chameleon Flake. Oh, I love the Chameleon Flakes on these. They turned out beautiful. And look at the trimming I got to do. Woo! I'll have to wait on that. But look at there. I love the Chameleon Flakes. That's the way I'm going to go from now on. When I do the bulbs, it's going to be the Chameleon Flakes. And then there is the truck. That turned out really good. Okay, so now we have little characters here that I did, and we're going to dress them up for Christmas. Now you get to watch me struggle to get them out of here. There we go. We got the little doggy. Isn't he cute? Look at that. He is adorable. So there's the doggy. And then my reindeer that I always have trouble getting him out. So we're going to start right away with some alcohol and get alcohol sprayed down in him. Because I struggle with him sometimes about 10 minutes to get him out of there. So we're going to start with this right away. All right. Under there. Start rolling it down. Now my fingers are wet. Alcohol. All right. I can get the head out. I can get the rest of him. Oh my gosh, I think this is going to be the easiest one I ever did. Look at there. Isn't he adorable? Okay, we're going to dress these all up for Christmas. I got all my embellishments out here. Here. Okay, and let's see what we can do here. We'll do the doggy first. I'll be right back. I gotta get something. Okay, I had to go get my markers. These are my Let's Resin markers that I use. And so we have to get him fixed up here. Let's see. Do we want to do little eyes on him instead of painting them? See if we can get his eyes all decorated up here. See what size I'd need. What size? I'm going to fast forward you while I'm doing this because this takes me a while to do all this. So that way you can enjoy the music and watch what I'm doing. There we go. Not perfect, but better. They look good. Got the Christmas tree. You could do really, you could add more things to it if you want to. I'm gonna go through and trim the back of this all up. I touched up the black. I think that looks much better touched up with the black. And these are still drying. I'll take pictures of them. There's the little girl deer. And here is the little boy puppy. Isn't he cute? Okay. This is it. This is my Christmas in July. And I think they turned out so cute. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. And you'll get more more content of this. So, I think they turned out cute. Thank you. See you next time.